Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So this week's going to be a quick video update. Mostly just want to talk about something that's been on my mind this week. First things first, just a quick weight loss update. This week, weighed in at 251, so lost the rest of that zero point 0.8 pounds from last week. Looks like I'm hitting a bit of a plateau, so I'm going to be reevaluating my macros and my calorie intake to make sure that I'm being consistent. Now, I don't want to drop my calories too fast, too much, where I end up starving myself and end up doing more harm than good. But I think this is a good time to take a look and make sure I am in a place where I can consistently still lose the weight. Now, the main part of this video is what I want to talk about. For the last month or so, really, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and Facebook videos of what are the so-called gym fails. And these are videos of clips of people in the gym um, not performing um, gym activities properly. So obviously bench pressing with incorrect form, or just really, or deadlifting with very, very curved backs, which will definitely hurt you, or just using equipment incorrectly all around. Ways and methods that they probably should not be used unless they're going for some kind of movement that I'm not sure about, that I've never heard about, trying to hit a muscle group in a new way. 99% of the time, they're just no idea what they're doing. And what bothers me is that instead of going out and offering advice to these people just videotape them to make fun of them. And that really bothers me because these are people that can get hurt. I would hate that if I was doing a movement or a lift incorrectly, somebody would stop me and be like, hey, you're going to hurt yourself. Now, in no ways am I saying I'm a professional lifter. I have been in the gym for years. I do practice proper form. I do research on what proper lifting form looks like. I read the instructions on a new exercise machine if I come across something I don't know how to use, and I try to make sure that I work within those boundaries. But again, if I was doing something incorrectly, come up to me and please tell me, hey, you're supposed to lift like this, or if you set your chair like this, you get a better lift out of it, or make sure your back is straight, you're in neutral spine, those type of things. Because I would hate to be someone that would risk injuring myself because I just didn't know I was doing a lifting properly. And I'm not the type of person to sit around and just kind of stare at somebody that could possibly hurt themselves or just making a fool of themselves. It's just not in me. A couple of weeks ago, I was I was at my gym and there was a newbie lifter, and you can tell them they're the ones that kind of like look like they're lost while they're in the gym. They're just kind of jumping from station to station, not really knowing what they're doing, or what they should be looking at, what kind of routine, maybe what kind of splits. They're just trying on every machine just to see how it fits, how it feels like, with some kind of idea of what they're doing. And he was doing um, curls, remember the time. And the problem with his curls was that his form, he was taking something that's relatively light, like maybe like 20, 30 pounds, and I should say that relatively light compared to me. He's been lifting for a little bit, but 20, 30 pounds, and just using his whole body to just throw the weight up without any proper form, uh, without any regards to how he's hurting his lower back, and the fact that he's not really targeting his arms so much. And I could have just watched this kid, just laughed and just been like, "Hey, look at this guy. He has no idea what he's doing." But to me, that's not how we should treat each other. So I, of course, went up to him and I said, "Hey, are you open to some feedback?" Because you also have to weigh in the fact that a lot of people don't like to be wrong. They get defensive when you try to point out how to fix something or anything of those things. So I always like to go and open up with, "Hey, can I offer you some feedback?" If they say no, I tried. I'll walk away, let them hurt themselves, not my problem anymore. But if they're like, yeah, totally, love some feedback, I'll be like, okay, maybe if you did the movement like this, you'd get more out of what you're doing, more of what you're looking for. Definitely reduce the risk of you injuring yourself. Like a lot of times when you see somebody deadlift and you watch them and they do that whole, hey, by the way, Mia says hi. Um, Sorry, where was I? So if like somebody doing a deadlift and they do that completely curved spine, they're risking tearing um, muscles and ligaments and slipping discs in their spine and just completely injuring themselves. You definitely want to stop that. You want to go in there and be like, hey, try keeping a neutral spine, try to keep your back straight, get lower, do something that you can help your neighbor, help them reduce the risk of them injuring themselves. And we just have to look out for each other, especially the newbie lifters. We can't have them feeling like they're scared to go to the gym. The gym is a place where people better themselves, where a place where you get healthier, where you can get stronger. It's not a place to be intimidated. It's not a place to be scared. It's not a place to compare yourself to other people's, because at the end of the day, the only person you need to compare yourself to is yourself and how much better you did today than you did yesterday. You can't compete with anybody else other than yourself. So going in there and seeing these people that need the help, that require assistance or advice or guidance, don't make fun of them, don't mock them, don't videotape them doing something incorrectly. Go up to them, try help them out, give them advice. And if they're too defensive or stubborn to take your advice, then you know what? That's on them, but at least you try. And that's just something that's been on my mind this week, is just that like, we need more people to be the type of person to be in the gym to offer help, offer that advice, and help bring more people to the community to help them get stronger and healthier and just overall be better people. Well, that's all I want to talk about this week. If you guys like this video, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to follow me on this fitness journey. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to say. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. But overall, I'll see you guys next week. Bye, YouTube.